Welcome to Code Gates. Today we will discuss about the constructor in Java. So what is a constructor? Constructor is basically used to initialize the object of a class. It calls automatically when object of the class is created. Means there is no need to call the constructor explicitly. We do have two types of constructor in Java. Default constructor and parameterized constructor. So first we will discuss about the default constructor. So here you can see I have declared a class code gates with the class keyword and public access modifier. Inside this class, you can see code gates. This code gates is a type of constructor. Constructor has the same name as the class name. And as we are not passing any parameter inside this constructor, so we will call it non-parameterized constructor. It is also called default constructor. Means whether you create this constructor or not, it is automatically called. Means it will be present in your code, whether you write it or not write it. So, and one more thing, constructors does not have any return type. So here you can see, I have not mentioned any void, int or double and float. So that means constructor, when we create a constructor, we just need to give the name of the constructor. And if we are creating non-parameterized constructor, there is no need to pass any parameter. When we are creating parameterized constructor, we have to pass the parameter inside this constructor. So this is a default constructor. And inside this constructor, we will write the statements which we want to execute. Now, this is the example of parameterized constructor. Parameterized constructor means the constructor in which we are passing some parameters. So here you can see the class name is code gates and the class name and constructor name will be same as I have told you earlier. And inside this, I am passing two parameters, number and number one. So this is a type of parameterized constructor. Now we will see a very simple example of both the constructor, default and parameterized. So here in this code, you can see the name of the class is constructor demo. Inside this, I have created one method, public static void main. What is main method? I have told you earlier, it is the start point of any Java code. When your code is going to run inside Java virtual machine, it will search for the main method. You can see over here, one more class A. Inside this class, you can see that I have declared two variables, num1 and num2, and both are of type integer. So for integer variable, we have to use int data type in Java. And here you can see this is A. So can anyone tell me what type of constructor is? Yes, you are right. This is default constructor because we are not passing any parameter inside this constructor. You can also call it non-parameterized constructor. So what I am doing in this default constructor, I am just setting the value of num1 and num2. So when this constructor will be called, what will be the value of num1 and num2? 8 and 9. Now again you can see that there is one more constructor with the same name. And in this constructor, what we are doing? We are passing the parameters. So this is called parameterized constructor. How many parameters we are passing? We are passing two parameters, number 1 and number 2. Number 1 and number 2's values will be assigned to num1 and num2. Now, come to this class. Inside this class, what I have done in this line? I have just created the object of class A. So how to create the object? I have told you in previous video. You have to give the name of the class. You have to give the object name equal to, then new keyword, then again class name and bracket. Now you can see. Can anyone tell me which constructor will be called in this case? Because I have told you that constructor will be called automatically when you create the object of the class. Yes, you are right. Default constructor will be called. So when this line will be executed, the pointer will come to this. And what will be the value of num1 and num2? 8 and 9. So system.out.println obj.num1. So what it will be printed? It will be printed 8. And what this line will be printed? 9. Don't worry. I will show you the live coding of this code also. Now, again, I have created one more object of class A. Again, class name. Object name is obj1. Then new keyword. Then A. Now, you can see that we are calling A with some parameter. That means, in this case, when this line will be executed, pointer will pass here. So, 6 will be in number 1. What will be assigned? 6. And in number 2, what will be assigned? 7. In this case, num1, num2 will be, and this number 1 will be assigned in num1 and number 2 will be assigned in num2. So when this line will be executed, what will be the output? Yes, 6. When this line will be executed, what will be the output? 7. So this is a very simple example of constructor in Java. So I hope this is clear to everyone. Now we will move on to live coding of this.